A modification can be requested under a number of different circumstances. For instance, one may have had a stay-away order of protection entered against them, and they object to being excluded from their house. So they can file a modification petition to challenge the stay-away portion of the order of protection. Another example is one could file a modification petition to ask for the judge's permission to retrieve belongings if they've been excluded from the house. Another example is where a court may have only issued what the lawyers in the courts call the usual terms order of protection, and that's just an order of protection that would bar the person from committing harassment, menacing, assault, etc. against the victim. And maybe something else has happened that warrants modification of the order of protection to include a no contact provision and or a stay away provision. Maybe the court initially enters a no contact provision, but then the alleged offender uses a third party to contact the victim. And so there's a basis for the victim to come to court and file a modification petition and say, I don't want to hear from the alleged offender at all, including through third parties. So those are usually the common ways that a modification petition would be filed as a result of the initial proceeding. Certainly once a final order of protection has been issued, then there's a variety of methods to get back into court, either from the alleged offender, I guess they've been found guilty at that point of the order of protection, or the victim can file a modification petition to change any one of the terms that were included in the original order of protection. There is also a basis under New York state law for the victim, once they've been granted a final order of protection, to file a petition to extend the duration of the original order of protection. So in other words, if the original order of protection was entered for 1 year or 2 years, they can file a petition rather, to extend the order of protection for another year or another 2 years. Usually there would have to be some kind of factual basis to extend the order of protection. And then the court will hear them out as to whether they've stated a good basis to extend that order of protection.